everybody. So, perler beads. Yeah, I'm a lot at home, just like hopefully all of you. And I'm doing a lot of crafts. I'm a crafty gal, and I'm doing a lot of projects lately. So I thought I'd share one of them today. And yeah, I did a lot of perler beads in the past with my nephews. A lot of kitty stuff, which is cool and everything, but I always wanted to take the perler beads to the next level, And I never really knew what I wanted to do, and then I saw this picture by Leamington Drive, insert picture here, and it is an artwork by Nathan Nankervis called Smile, which I don't think is very famous, but it is cool, and I found it, and I thought this would be the perfect picture for a perler bead project because it's very rectangular, and I thought I could recreate it really easily. So let's do it. Okay, so we're diving right in. You can see me putting in a lot of perler beads at a very fast speed. Oh, it's so satisfying. So satisfying. And yeah, well, the idea is this picture Smile basically is made up of 36 elements, and every single one of these elements contains different layers. And what I'm doing now is doing all the layers separately, and afterwards I hot glued them all together into one big element. That is the idea behind it. But here you can see me building one of the base elements of one panel, and when you see me doing a lot of smaller stuff, there you go. And this might be, I don't think it's on the red one on top, but I think it goes over another one so you can see the color underneath. Usually one panel is 12 by 12 perler beads, but the picture as a whole has a border, a black border around it, and on the panels who are kind of placed on the side, I attached like the frame to it. So there's always these kind of 3 rows of black perler beads, which is the frame of the picture. And yeah, if you've never worked with perler beads before, I've never worked with perler beads as a kid. It's basically little plastic beads that you hot iron, and then the perler beads melt and kind of stick together, and it kind of makes one big piece out of it. That's the idea behind it. Oh, it's so satisfying. Like just ripping it off. Yeah, and that's what it looks like. Oh, this is also a fun part, like taking it out of these kind of pin boards. I have one big pin board and the smaller one that you can see on the left. And I try to do as many panels as possible at once, and then I ironed them and take them off and started off with the next one, as you can see me do in a few seconds. Oh, there you can see how I'm layering 2 of them on top of each other, and this is one of the final of the 36 kind of, what's it called, like pieces? Yeah, and here I'm going. I'm going. This has taken me like a full weekend. I would say even more, like maybe 3 days. This took a lot of time. So I started in the morning and worked up until the night. But I really had fun. It was really fun. So I really enjoyed it. I bought a lot of perler beads. I have a very big craft store nearby, and they have a great selection of perler beads, every color you can imagine. Also, like very specific ones, like glow in the dark or like multicolored ones. And so I got there and I bought perler beads for like $40, which is probably quite cheap compared to what the actual art piece might cost, because I think the actual art piece is much bigger, like much bigger. I've never seen it in person. I think it's in Australia in some gallery. But I saw Nathan Nankervis do another art piece, and it was made of wood. I think the original is made of wood as well. And he was basically able to sit in it. and which would be much bigger than what I did there. But you know, I can't buy that many pearl beads, so yeah. And here I'm going and going and going. I bought multiple colors and I tried to get as close to the originals as possible, but of course it's not perfect. I mean, I don't have the exact colors, even though the selection was really well. And yeah, that's how I did it. And here you can see all the individual elements and how I glued them together, and all the layers practically. And that's how the elements were done. I didn't hot glue them at this second, but you can see they move around a little bit. But that's how I hot glued them together. And it's 36, so it was quite a work. I always hate the green. It's kind of matte, and all the other colors seem to be more shiny. That is something that annoyed me all the time. Yeah, this was more of a complicated one, and you see this one come up quite a few times. Also, like singular pearl beads, this was like a pain in the ass to iron them. Yeah, so let's just enjoy for a while the stacking. Oh, there it is again. Someone is playing piano in the background, like really loudly. Here's one that is like 4 layers high, which I think is one of the bigger ones, as far as I can remember. And here we see it again. I think it's 8 pieces of these black and white ones. You can see me hold it up in the end. And there you can see always the border, which I made always 2 levels high. Here once again. And then I stacked everything else on top of it and hot glued it down. Also, these little pieces are really difficult to glue down and not burn your skin off. Yeah, that was fun, you know, really fun. But I did enjoy the project. It was really cool. I had so much fun doing it. It was the first time I really worked with these kind of pearl beads so much. So that was great. You can see that the green is really matte. But you know, what can you do? And again. Oh, here's the one that we saw in the beginning that I layered in front of the camera. Yeah, you see. You can see the lighting changing because I did this throughout the day and it took me quite a while, I have to say, to finish it. But we will be able to see the finished product in a second. Oh, once again, 4 layers high, which is one of the bigger ones. But there are also a few simple ones, as we've already been seeing, that are quite easy to do and not as complicated. I really did plan out the whole thing on checkered paper, so I really knew which color had to go where even before I started. This also took a day, like the whole planning of it. I counted my pearl beads, the colors that I had, and then I basically really calculated how much pearl beads I would need, and I was standing in the shop and I bought 6 packs of black ones and green ones and blue ones. Like, I knew the exact number of package per color that I needed, and it did really go well. I just bought 1 pack of black pearl beads too much because usually it says it's like 1,000 beads in 1 package, but I think there's more than 1,000, I think, because the last package of black ones I didn't really need. So, new project for the future probably. So, So here you can see how the 36 elements go together and form the final art piece. That's a very specific order. You can compare it with the original, and that's how it turned out. Yeah, that's it. And here she is! Yes, this is it. She's a little bit dusty, I have to say. This is what I made. The only thing that I did, what was not shown in the video, is that I bought an MDF plate and I glued all of the elements to it. And I also bought two little like hook thingies and that I could nail into the board, and so I could hang it up. And that's all I did. You know, that's how it turned out. So I think that was really a cool project. Looking back now, I would have done things differently, especially these two bigger elements. I think they would have looked better if it would have been one bigger element instead of 4 individuals. But you know, I mean, Homegirl's not perfect, and I still think it's really cool. I think this is a hot glue string. I mean, there was a lot of hot glue. I mean, like a lot of hot glue. I posted it on Instagram a while ago, and the artist himself, Nathan Ankeris, liked it. And yeah, that's my video. I mean, I hope you guys liked it, enjoyed it. Like and subscribe, comment down below whatever you think of this. Is this kitty play? And I'll see you all next time. Bye!